This is the Mars Fusion 52x, and with it Mars hopes to enter the high-end regulator market right next to the Apex XTX 200 and the Atomics D3. They already put a high-end price tag on it. It's $719. We just want to know if the performance meets the hefty price tag, and the answer: when you first see the Fusion, you will be stunned by the design because it's really nice to look at. The whole second stage has a matte finish on it and it really looks classy. This is the Dive Pro edition, which has a different connection to the hose, which is white. The actual consumer edition is even more beautiful. Also, the first stage has the same finish and looks really good. You can really see Mars has put the effort in to make this feel and look like a high-end regulator. It looks robust and the build quality is great. The new 52x first stage is a variant of the old MR52 first stage, which Mars used for a long time. The X stands for replaced valve and seat. With this, Mars has claimed that they have improved their reliability with 600%, and we did a research on the internet and we couldn't find any complaints. We only made 20 dives with it, so it's not for us to judge if the reliability really has improved, but we couldn't find any complaints, and Mars regulators used to be notorious for cold water diving and really had some issues, so they seem to fix this. The 52x features two DFC ports, one for the normal second stage and one for the Octopus. The DFC port ensures that when you inhale, the pressure doesn't drop inside the first stage. Because of European regulations, they have now added the second one for the Octopus as well, and they have removed the strange nipple inside the DFC port, which made sure that you couldn't use aftermarket hoses. So now it's the normal port and you can use all the hoses which are available. So on to the second stage. What really sets the Fusion apart is the VAD system, but we'll get to that later. Furthermore, there are no other knobs or buttons on the second stage. There's no Venturi button. The Fusion does this by itself, so you don't have to turn on or off anything during your dive or before your dive. The purge button is on the front and it tilts back, which is different than other second stages. The bubble dividers are made in such a way that the bubbles go past your face and not in front, which is pretty nice. What you do get when you press the purge valve is a massive burst of air. It's really massive. Also, the second stage only weighs in 11 ounces and doesn't really feel that heavy in your mouth, which is great. Using the Fusion in real life, you can really notice the minimal breath resistance, which is nice. The Mars Fusion really feels good. You don't have to inhale sharply. The regulator just gives you the air you need. When you tilt the VAD system to plus, you get an extra amount of air. And for me and several other instructors who have used this Fusion, for us it was just a bit too much. It feels like you're getting too much air. It's hard to explain, but if you try it, you will notice it instantly. So we're not really that happy about it. Also, we have counted another problem, which is when you exit the water and the VAD system is still in plus, the regulator really sets off easily. Massive amounts of air go out and you'll be catching your regulator to get it back. And this isn't really nice. The great thing about the Fusion is in minus mode it really performs great. Doesn't matter how deep you go, doesn't matter how much air you ask for it, it just performs great. The purge button is also really easy to access even if you're wearing gloves, and in minus mode it's just an awesome regulator. Fusion would have been great without the VAD system. In our opinion, it doesn't improve the regulator by any means. It only seems like an unnecessary, overcomplicated and overpriced addition. You really don't need it. In minus mode, we find the regulator much better. If they just bring out a Fusion without this, it would be a great regulator. Until then, I think it's overpriced and the VAD system is just not necessary.